friends, I'm Rachna and I'm back with a new lesson. Well, at some point of time, you may have wondered when to use each other and when to use one another. Are their usage different or are they interchangeable? Well, this is what I'm going to take you through today. Each other and one another. First of all, let's start by understanding they are reciprocal pronouns. Okay, when I say reciprocal, that means you and I. So you like me and I like you. So you and I like each other. It's mutual. We are reciprocating feelings. Okay, so they are reciprocal. They are not reflexive like myself. They are reciprocal. You and I exchange gifts. Okay, so we exchange gifts with each other, right? Okay, so first let me tell you, there is this huge debate. A group of people believe that each other is used for two people, okay, and one another is used for more than two people. Okay. Oops. Okay. So anything that's two people, it's always each other. More than two, there could be three or a zillion, one another. And well, a lot of people also believe that they are interchangeable, like you can see each other, one another, as long as you get the point and the point will go across, so they are interchangeable. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to use it with two and more than two. So you use each other when you talk about two people. Again, you can use one another because today people use it interchangeably, but traditionally it was always like this: each other for two, more than two, one another, and they reciprocate. Okay, so Rick and Mary don't like each other. When I say they don't like each other, that means Rick doesn't like Mary and vice versa. It's mutual. Mary doesn't like Rick. So they don't like each other because we're talking only about two people, so use each other. A lot of people would go ahead and use one another, and well, I'm okay with that, and it's all right. It could be used interchangeably. Okay, but when I say everyone in the family gave one another presents, now I'm assuming the family consists of more than two people, so probably mother, father and two kids. So they gave one another. So A gave B a present, B gave C, C gave D, A gave C, C gave B, and the exchange happened. Okay, so it was reciprocal. They exchanged with one another. They gave one another presents. More than two people, one another. Okay, so well, if you say each other, that is also okay. My next example, we got to know each other quickly. Now when I say we got to know, I'm talking about two people, my friend and I. So she and I, two people, she got to know me quickly, I got to know her quickly. Okay, though we say each other, remember you do not write them together. They are two separate words. Okay, so don't have this, and no hyphen required. So they are two separate words, though we use it as one, each other. We got to know each other. So that means we means you and I, two people. Okay, but going by the traditional norms, John, Lara and Cindy helped one another. Helped one another, three people. So John helped both of them, Lara helped John and Cindy, Cindy helped both of them. So one another, it was reciprocal, but more than two, one another. Also one another, do not write together, they are two separate words. Okay, so remember, they are two separate words, though we just say one another, they sound like a single word. Okay, so more than two. Well, if you want to use each other, go ahead, no problem. Okay, so another example, they are kind to each other, two people. So let's say Mary and John are kind to each other. Well, they may be kind to one another, fair enough, but here, because it's two people, I'm going by the traditional use of each other, two people, they're kind to each other, it's mutual, it's reciprocal, right? Now, the team members fight with one another. The team consists of probably say 11, 12, 13, 15, 20, how many ever members? They fight with one another, more than two people. Well, like I said, if you use each other, it is absolutely okay. People would still understand what you're trying to say. Okay. Now, well, we use each other and one another as possessives. Okay, like this. They helped to look after each other's children. Now remember, you put an apostrophe s, each other's. Okay, so the two neighbors, they helped to look after each other's children. I looked after their children, they looked after mine. So it was a reciprocal action. What was the action? To look after each other's. Okay, you do not, please do not write it without an apostrophe, because there's no plural form of others. So you say each others with an apostrophe. This is very important. Okay, so children belonging to them, I looked after. Children belonging to me, they looked after. Okay, and we often stayed in one another's. See, here again it's a possessive. Houses. So, well, John, Lara and Cindy, they helped each other. They often stayed in one another's houses. Okay, so again this is possessive. Remember, the apostrophe is very important. Do not write it without an apostrophe, it would be completely wrong. Okay, so remember, we use each other with an apostrophe s, one another with an apostrophe s, like this respectively, to show possessives. Okay, so in short, well, traditionally each other is always used for two people, one another for more than two people, but today people do use them interchangeably. You can say each other, one another and use them interchangeably, because your point will still be put across. Okay, and with possessives with an apostrophe. Okay friends, this brings me to the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Go ahead, use each other and one another. Do put in your comments and queries if any. I'll be back soon. Till then, take care and bye.